Oh, here we go. Hi everyone, Sylvia Longmire with Spin the Globe. Today is a very exciting day because I have my brand new DJI Mavic Pro drone. Now, I have never owned a drone, I have never used a drone. A lot of my travel blogger friends have been using them to get some fabulous video, and I really want to up my video game, especially considering that I have a considerable amount of international travel and places with beautiful landscapes that I want to record from higher up. So I am not a techie. I have more than a few brain cells to rub together, so I think I can figure it out. But I wanted to bring you this video from the perspective of an absolute beginner drone user, definitely somebody in a wheelchair. I figure if I can learn how to use this drone, then anybody can learn how to use it. So today I'm gonna go over unpacking. This is the Fly More package, so it has some extra batteries, some extra blades for the drone itself. So I'm gonna unpack everything, show you what it comes with, show you how to get it flying, and then later on we'll show you hopefully some good footage to show you how it works. So let's start with opening the box. So the Fly More package comes with a lot of things. Out of the box, I purchased this from Amazon, comes the actual box with the drone in it. Ta-da. And then it also comes with these little pads. Let me open these for you. And these are for the drone to land on. Then it also comes with a case. Now this is really great, especially for me, because if I'm gonna throw this in my backpack to keep it safe when I travel or in my suitcase, it comes with a hard case for the extra battery. And then it comes with a folding case, and this is like a nylon. It's not like hard like plastic, but it's nice and protective for the drone itself. So we'll set these cases aside, and then we'll get into this accessory pack in a little bit. So let's take this puppy out of the box. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's in this little magic box. All right, first we've got, oh, this is nice. This little case that, based on the weight, has the drone itself. We'll take this out in a little bit. Then in here, oh no, actually, I don't know what's in here because the drone is right here. And here it is. Wow, this is tiny. This is a lot smaller than I imagined. Let me move this just so you can see it. So here's the drone. It's got some stickers on it, and it's all folded up. And these are the little propellers that have little protectors on them, which is nice. And yeah, this is cool. All right, let's put this here and see what else is in here. I believe there are some extra batteries in here. No? Yes. Here we go. So you take this little foam thing out, and it even says make sure you don't throw this away because here's where the spare batteries are. Spare battery number 1, and spare battery number 2. Now in this little bag, yay, instructions, we're gonna be needing these. We've got this little belt for the bag here. We've got an adapter, the controller. This is very, very important because you're not gonna be able to fly this thing without it. This is the 4-way charger. This is really cool because you plug all the batteries in, which I have 3 of them, all the batteries in to charge at the same time, which is super cool. And then you've got all sorts of charging cords. This one is for the car. And then you've got this USB outlet charger. So you're not gonna run out of battery power, and of course I'm dropping things. And then a regular power cord. These are very, very important. These are the extra blades. So in case one of these gets damaged, which hopefully that won't happen, but hey, I'm doing this for the first time, so you never know. So these are extra blades. I feel like a kid at Christmas going through the stocking and making sure that I didn't forget anything. Okay, so going over everything, first you have your actual drone, which we'll open this up in a second. You have your 2 extra batteries. You have the extra blades, the 4-way charger, charging and connector cords, one for the car, one for the wall, the actual controller, which you hook up your, oh, here we go, little antennas, and then you open this up, and this is how, this is going to be cool, we'll do this later. You attach your phone to it so you can actually fly it, so you've got the controller, this is very important, and then the strap for the carrying case, and your landing pad. Okay, we also have an accessories box that has some more goodies in it. So in here we have a camera lens sun hood. We'll put that right here. We have a heightened landing gear. So maybe if you're in tall grass and you don't happen to have one of your little landing pads, make sure that give you a little bit more clearance from the ground. Put that there. A micro SD card reader, which is helpful when you're transferring stuff to the computer and saving stuff. This is definitely going to be useful. You have your micro SD card, so this is good for all the data. And then you have a drone care kit, so to help clean the lens and make sure you get any dirt and stuff off of it. So that is the accessories box. We're going to take a look at all of this, and then we're going to figure out how to put everything together so we can fly this puppy. Okay, now before we can do anything, we have to do it's boring, but we have to charge the battery. So this is what the charging looks like. I have 3 of the battery packs that are connected to the multi-battery pack charger. That is connected to the wall plug right there from underneath with the connector that has all the pins. Then I have the remote controller that is connected to the charger using a micro USB cable that goes into a USB connector on the side of the box, and then that goes into the wall. So we'll be hanging out here for a couple of hours while this all gets charged, and then we will go from there. All right, guys, a couple of things that's very, very important for you to do, and you can do it while you are charging the batteries for your controller and for your Mavic Pro drone. The first is to register your drone. You have to do this with the FAA. The good thing is that the FAA makes it very easy. You can just Google, which is what I did, is register drone FAA. It takes all of 5 minutes and it costs $5. So if you are using it for recreational purposes, then it's super easy. For commercial purposes, you have to take a test and you have to get a license, and it's a lot more complicated. But all the laws for drones fall under section 107, which will be adequately explained to you on the FAA site. But make sure you register your drone, it's the law. And after you do that, you will get this nice little membership, or not membership, but small UAS certificate of registration from the FAA. Second of all, you want a warranty in case you break this or damage it, which for a first-time drone user like me is a distinct possibility. So DJI, which is the manufacturer of this drone, offers something called DJI Care Refresh, and they have this little card that comes inside the box, and for $99 it gives you a warranty for the drone in case something gets broken or needs to be replaced. So I would highly recommend it, considering that you're paying probably around anywhere from $900 to $1,300, depending on the package that you get. Getting a little bit of insurance to make sure that you can get this repaired, well worth the extra money. So DJI Care Refresh. I took advantage of the battery charging time to read the manuals, download the DJI Go 4 app, which you need to get the most out of your drone flights, activate the drone using the controller and the app, and update the firmware on the drone so it can actually fly. Hi everyone, so I am here in Oval Park in Lake Mary for the first test flight of my DJI Mavic Pro. I've done several things to prepare. First and foremost is you have to make sure that you are in a safe place to fly your drone. The best way to do this is to download an app called AirMap, and here's a screenshot. Now, the United States, it can be a really tough place to fly a drone because there are a lot of rules that go along with it. You can't fly within 5 miles of an airport, a helipad. There are restrictions around schools. You can't fly over large groups of people, etc. So AirMap will guide you towards safest places to fly your drone. Sometimes it may be hard to find one of these places, but as you can see in the screenshot, here it is again. Where I am now is a safe place to fly my drone. So a couple of things. First, you have to prep the drone to fly. Okay, now here's what it looks like out of the case that I've kept it in to bring it out here. One of the things that a lot of the tutorials didn't tell me, that it took me a while to figure out, was, all right, here's where the camera is, right? You obviously take off this cover, else you can't see anything, and it has this plastic cover on it. I thought that was just to protect the camera while it was flying. It's like, no. First, you have to take off this round cover. Then there's something called a gimbal clamp, and that holds the gimbal in place when it's being stored. You have to take that off or the camera's not gonna move. Had no idea until recently. So you just pop this right off, and then the gimbal is free to move and it flies around like that, okay? Next, to prepare the drone for flight is you have to open it up. So first you open up the front legs, as it were, like so, and then you unfold the bottom ones like so. Also, it says that it's safer if you actually open up the propeller. Some people let it fly with the propellers closed and just let them naturally open up. No, not a great idea. So open up the propellers like such, and then you place it on a flat surface. All right, then you have to make sure that your phone is connected to the controller. I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus. You do have to take the case off the phone or it's not gonna fit into the little clamps here. Once that's all connected, then you power everything up and start flying. All right guys, my controller is showing me a picture. It's telling me it's ready to go, so wish me luck. And there it is, successful test flight. Okay, so here are my first impressions based on my initial test flight of the DJI Mavic Pro. It is very easy to fly. If you are anywhere near an obstacle or in a place that you need permission to fly, it will give you warnings on the screen. The DJI Go 4 app will tell you all the information you need to know about the status of the drone, which is really, really helpful. It's a little bit breezy today. It's about 10 to 15 miles per hour, so it did give me a wind warning, but everything looked really great. The gimbal worked as planned. I didn't have any stability issues. I used the return to home function a couple of times. That automatically brings the drone to land back where it took off, which is really, really helpful. The only thing is that when you spin it around and move it, it moves pretty quickly. So you have to kind of practice to fine tune to get those really nice, dramatic, slow panning shots. So you have to kind of practice with the controls to get a little more smooth motion when you're trying to get some nice video shots. So I definitely need a lot of practice before I take this with me on my trips to get the shots that I want. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with my purchase, and hopefully this tutorial will help you with your new DJI Mavic Pro.